Okay, are we doing this thing? Are y'all ready? Golden Age Simpsons is my all-time favorite TV show. Actually, no, wait. Even with the middle and HD episodes, it's still my favorite show of all time. I have such a connection to these characters that it only feels right to just talk about them. I know I'm already gonna be reviewing all the seasons. I even have season one on my list of on my poll for shows you want me to review. But to show that I'm not completely about reviews, this will be the first of my occasional side things where if I just have a good video idea, I'm just gonna do it. I don't care if it's not me reviewing a show, I'm just gonna do it. Don't expect these often. I just decided to. I was usually debating if I even wanted to do this because I know it's technically not a part of, my reviews. But I decided, why not? Just do it. Why the first 10? Well, even though I only think 1 to 8 are the golden age, I decided to just include 9 and 10 in there because, first of all, if I were to continue doing these, I could just do every 10 seasons. And also, why not, I mean, there's still season 9's pretty good and season 10's all right. Like, why not throw them in there? A lot of people generally say I know a lot of people probably would put 9 and also 10 in there in the golden age as well. So yeah, why not just throw them in there as well? Because I know some people will probably want them here. What I did was I put all of the episodes into a randomizer, and then I randomized the polls. Since there is 226 episodes, that means there's 113 quick things we have to do. Well, I fully expect this video to be over an hour. I will try to be quick with my thoughts while also explaining, first of all, what the episode's about, and also why I would choose one episode over the other. We good? Do we have the explanation? Do you need to get your milk and cookies? Get your cereal? Are you ready? Let's go. Let's do Simpsons. Let's hear me talk about some Simpsons. Also, to any of you who think that this will end up spoiling my later reviews, then just don't watch those later reviews. I don't know what to tell you. This is a show I can go on for hours. This is Family Guy. I'm not only on my two favorite shows, but they're the ones I can just go on for hours about. So much so that it annoys my brother in real life, especially since no one in my family actually even likes Simpsons. They're all more about the family, man. Okay, but we're already almost 3 minutes in. I should really get started. Round one, we have season 9's Bart Star versus season 8's Canine Mutiny. Okay, so I have seen all of these episodes at least once, so don't worry about me not remembering any. Bart Star had Homer coaching the Bart's football team and Bart just not being good at it. Canine Mutiny was a Santa's Little Helper episode where with Lassie and eventually Bart having to get Santa's Little Helper back. Easy win to Bart Star here. Wow, I just complained about 9 and 10 not being part of the Golden Age, but already a season 9 episode beat season 8, which season 8 is my favorite season of the show, so wow. But yeah, Bart Star is easily funnier. Canine Mutiny is okay, but not really one of the best. Oh, I have seen on my live stream. Are you in my live stream? I'm ranking a bracket system with the first 10 seasons of The Simpsons. Are you liking that? Did you like that? I never had someone in one of these before. This is so crazy. Hello. Yeah, cool. Thank you. I'm gonna keep going, but if you have any comments, then I would love to hear them. Okay, so I just did round one, the first one. I did the episodes Bart Star versus Canine Mutiny. Bart Star won. Let's move on to the next round. We have season 4's A Streetcar Named Marge versus season 6's Round Springfield. Okay, so Streetcar Named Marge had Marge being in a play, and it was Homer not really respecting her, and it also had Maggie in the daycare. Round Springfield had Lisa's mentor, Bleeding Gums Murphy, die. Easy win to Streetcar. I think that's. I'm not the big fan of Lisa episodes, so Streetcar is easily. I'm nicknaming it Streetcar just because it's quicker. That one's really good. That one is the easy winner. All right, round 3. We have Bart Gets Hit by a Car from season 2 versus season 5's Rosebud. All right. Okay, these are both good episodes. This is actually kind of difficult. This is really comparing, because season 2 Simpsons and season 5 Simpsons are literally completely different shows. Season 2 is all about these season 2, this is all the character stories. This is really getting to know the family. We're only on season 2, okay? But season 5 is just joke after joke, just peak comedic timing. And these are both really good examples of both seasons. So it feels like a picking between the seasons, which I don't wanna, but between them, I think I prefer Rosebud. That one's jokes are just really good, but Bart Gets Hit by a Car is still really good. Oh yeah, see, this is the thing with Simpsons. It's not like the seasons are kind of different. It's kind of different depending on the season you watch. That's what makes it cool. That's why I love the show so much, because it feels like you get so many different things while still being continuously great. Okay, so for round 4, we have season 8's Homer versus the 18th Amendment versus season 6's Sideshow Bob's no, not season 6. Season 7's Sideshow Bob's Last Gleaming. They both had Sideshow Bob episodes, so that's why I was confused for a second. I do not like Sideshow Bob's Last Gleaming. I find that episode really boring. Not a big Sideshow Bob fan, in all honesty. Never really grabbed me. Homer versus 18th Amendment, though, I love that one. That's such a peak episode. It's funny because they take this actual thing and they just make it funny. You know, it's okay. You don't have to put. All right, thank you for the support by saying okay. I know you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but thank you for being here. Okay, round 5. Season 10's is Sunday Cruddy Sunday. Thank you. Versus season 3's Mr. Lisa Goes to Washington. Okay, so I don't really care for either of these. Easily though, Mr. Lisa is the better episode. That one's all right. It's a political episode. I don't really like politics that much, but it's still all right. Still does an okay job. Sunday Cruddy Sunday is season 10, which is I'm not a big season 10 fan. Seasons 9 and 10 aren't even a part of the Golden Age. I just threw them in here because why not? It keeps things fun. Now, it's fine, you know, seasons 9 and 10 aren't bad. Plus, if I was to keep doing this as a thing with all the seasons, I'd have to do them 10 by 10. But yeah, Mr. Lisa is the better episode. And hey, at least it means in round 2 we can have more just meh episodes that could just easily be beat by better ones. Round 6. Season 4's Marge Gets a Job versus season 3's Colonial Homer. Marge Gets a Job is a pretty good episode. Seeing Marge work at the power plant, seeing Mr. Burns just fall in love with her, that was fun. And Colonial Homer was an okay enough Homer Marge marriage crisis. Those aren't usually my favorites though, so Marge Gets a Job is the winner. Lurleen was memorable for what she did though, even if the episode wasn't that great in my opinion. Round 7, we have season 6's Lisa on Ice versus season 8's Treehouse of Horror 7. This is where we get our first Treehouse of Horror, which for those who don't know, are 3 smaller segments inside one bigger episode. Oh, these are interesting opinions. Thank you. Well, thank you. Okay, so the thing with Treehouse of Horrors, though, is that since the first one was in season 2, it means, like, for example, this is Treehouse of Horror 7, but it's in season 8. I don't know why that annoys me so much, but it does, because it means it's always one number behind. Yeah, I know you don't know any of this, but you know what? If you ever get the chance to watch The Simpsons, it's like, hey, this is what this guy thinks. Imagine just casually watching this video way after and being like, who's this guy talking to? Just not knowing I'm doing a live stream. And this is the first time someone's actually shown up to the live stream. Okay, so Lisa on Ice. This was I love this one. It's one of my favorite Bart and Lisa like sibling rivalry episodes. Homer is such a jerk, making them try to compete against each other for his love. You can call that bad parenting. I call it really funny and bad parenting. Treehouse of Horror 7. in terms of the individual segments of this one had, well, yeah. Okay, so for Dress of Horror 7, oh god, I'm supposed to be the Simpsons expert, but I'm already forgot one of the segments. Okay, so this is Dress of first, and it had King and Kodos, these two aliens taking over some actual two people who actually were going to be president back when this episode aired in late 90s. Dress of Horror 7 is a really good one, but I think Lisa on Ice is just a way better episode. That one's just another one that just hits you with funny moment after funny moment, and had a really sweet ending too. Simpsons had this ability to be like one of the funniest shows of all time, while still having really nice and sweet endings that let you actually care about these characters. As much as I love Family Guy, it's really difficult to care about them or really get invested in what they're up to. So it's nice to see a show where you can still like the characters, and they don't just try to do stupid, edgy jokes to make you hate them. Kind of seems like see, that's everyone thinks of Simpsons as this like show that your grandpa watches, but it actually holds up so well, and that's why I love it so much. Okay, for round 8, we have a $sign Springfield from season 5, which I know it's actually just supposed to you're just supposed to say Springfield, but I think it's funnier when I call it that. Versus season 3's Radio Bart. Between the two, I think Springfield, aka $sign Springfield, is the better episode. Putting it on my watch list, good. You should. It's really good. Not just really good, I love it. It's literally my favorite show of all time. I'm not sure if once I see more shows, one may take it over, but I doubt that's happening. But yeah, Springfield, which I know has like a way longer episode title, but I'm not saying all that, so I'm just going to call it Springfield. Better episode. Radio Bart's just okay. It's all right. Round 9. Last Exit to Springfield from season 4 versus season 9's City of New York versus Homer Simpson. Why did I have to do this? City of New York is the first season 9 episode, and honestly, if you said this was a season 8 episode that just had to be in season 9, I couldn't blame you. I can give season 9 as much flack as I want for being lesser than the first 8 and being a sign of the show getting worse, but this episode of City of New York is really great. These are both like in top 30 episodes for me. The Last Exit to Springfield might honestly be one of the funniest episodes of anything I've ever seen. It is so much better, it's not even funny, which is a shame because I love City of New York. Easily one of my favorites from season 9. I wish it was more than round 1. Okay, round 10. I'm only 13 minutes in and only on my 10th round out of like 113. This is going to be a few hours. Round 10, we have season 9's King of the Hill versus season 8's Hurricane Nettie. Yeah, that's how long this is. This is over. All these 10 seasons put together is 226 episodes. Remember that. This is an easy pick for Hurricane Nettie. I really like that one. King of the Hill, well, it's funny because it's literally just the name of a different sitcom. Hurricane Nettie is just better. I really like that one. Yeah. Yep. You're welcome to leave at any point you want if you stop caring, but I'm going to keep doing this and I'm willing to do it because I love this show so much. I care about these characters in this world, so I'm going to actually put myself through this. Round 11. Season 6's a Springfield Connection versus Season 3's I Married Marge. Springfield Connection, just a really good one. They're both about Marge, who isn't one of my favorites, but it's still nice to see her get her episode. Springfield Connection's really good, but I Married Marge is a solid little backstory as well. Thank you for watching. Round 12. Season 3's Homer Alone versus Season 6's Homer the Great. These are both Homer episodes, who is probably my favorite character in any piece of media, but I also love The Simpsons. Simpsons is my favorite piece of media, so it really shouldn't be surprising. Homer Alone I don't really care for. I feel like I'm being so mean towards Season 3, but Season 3 is really good. These are just some meh episodes, like trust. Gosh, trust me on that one. Homer the Great from season 6 is another amazing episode, though. Again, Homer is a part of a secret society, and it's really funny. Definitely, definitely love Homer the Great. Who doesn't love the Stonecutters? Okay, for round 13, we have season 7's Home Sweet Home Diddly Dum Doodly versus season 1's A Some Enchanted Evening. Yeah, Some Enchanted Evening. This is the first time I'm talking about season 1, and which was only 13 episodes. Season 1 is still good. People really underestimate season 1, but Some Enchanted Evening, which was originally going to be the first episode. I'll talk about it more when I talk about Simpsons season 1, but yeah. The original, what was meant to be the first episode, ended up being the final episode of season 1. Home Sweet Home Diddly Dum Doodly, which has the Simpson kids having to be taken by the Flanders. That one is good, and I just like it more than Some Enchanted Evening, even if it's not like one of my faves or anything. Round 14, season 10's Homer to the Max, and season 5's Homer and a Pooh. You know what? Season 10 gets the W. I prefer Homer to the Max. Having Homer change his name to Max Power. Max Power is a cool name, okay? You can't judge him. Homer and Apu is good, just not a personal fave. It's not anything. Apu isn't a character I love like super much, so Homer to the Max is the better episode. If you had to choose which season is your least favorite, do you mean of only these 10 or like of the entire show? If you're only talking about these 10, then season 10 easily. That season was only just all right. Homer to the Max is really good, though. Easily one of season 10's better episodes. Round 15. Season 8's in Marge We Trust versus season 7's Homer Palooza. This is such a... Okay, Homer Palooza has like 2 really good scenes in it. You have Homer's dad Abe being like, I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. And now what's it isn't it? Now what I'm with isn't it? And what's it seems weird and scary to me. It'll happen to you. And Homer's like, no, I'm going to keep rocking forever. Forever. And then flashes back to Homer present day, and he's like, forever. Forever. And then we have the scene with the teenage Homer trying to rock with these guys who were just partying it up. And then Homer shows up and he's just like, hey. And they all look at him like, what's this guy on? So Homer goes back to the bushes and they literally wait for him to be there before they start rocking again. Those scenes are so peak. 2 of my favorite moments of the entire show. But then you watch the episode itself and you realize, wow, this is mostly just a 90s relic that isn't really that funny. And Marjorie Trust is solid, even though I don't like the Homer anime stuff. The actual Marge plot's good, so I guess it's the better episode. Round number 16, season 7's Team Homer versus season 4's Homer the Heretic. 2 Homer episodes, and Team Homer is the better one. A lot of people love Homer the Heretic. I think it's because it's about religion, and I know religion is one of those things that people really care about. I don't, much like politics, I'm not super big on religious stuff, but Homer the Heretic is still a really good episode. I just personally prefer Team Homer. With Homer, Moe, Apu, and Otto, with then leader Mr. Burns, so like bowling. That's a really good one. Round 17, season 6's Bart's Comet versus season 7's Scenes from a Class Struggle in Springfield. Okay, Bart's Comet is just an easy win. Scenes from the Class Struggle is just meh. Don't really care for that one. Bart's Comet's good. Round 18, season 7's The Summer of 4'2" versus season 3's The Separate Vocations. These are really good episodes. I really like both of them. With Summer of 4'2" having Bart and Lisa graduate, I'm not doing that because they don't actually. I'm just saying that because they never age, so it feels kind of weird. So, because then by the next episode, they're just back to the same grades. floating timeline. The characters never age. It's really weird. But still, it's a really good episode, though, minus that. When you try to look past that, it's a really good one. And then you have Separate Vocations, which is another Bart and Lisa episode. With this time, they switch roles, with Bart actually being like kind of, he becomes a hall monitor and gets some justice, while Lisa just gets like she stops caring about stuff. She's not as preachy anymore. These are both really good ones. This is actually the toughest one so far because they're both pretty good. I think I prefer. I can't lie to myself. Summer Fufu 2 has just the better character arcs, better it's like Lisa on Ice with that great sibling bond. But I just enjoy watching Separate Vocations more just as an episode. It's just something to put on. But both are really good, though. Would definitely check both out. Okay. Oh, yeah, see? Okay, so for this round 19, season 10's Homer Simpson in Kidney Trouble versus season 10's Wild Barts Can't Be Broken. 2 season 10 episodes. So I guess it's a battle of which season 10 episode I prefer. Homer Simpson in Kidney Trouble, fun fact, is my least favorite episode of the entire show. Not just of the first 10 seasons, not just of season 10, but of literally all almost 800 episodes. That is my least favorite one. I knew when I typed this episode into the randomizer that literally any episode it is paired up against will be significantly better. Yeah, I hate Homer Simpson in Kidney Trouble. It is atrocious. I would make a whole video ranting about why I hate this episode so much. It is so garbage. I'm not even going to say my opinion on Wild Barts Can't Be Broken. You don't need to know my opinion on Wild Barts Can't Be Broken. Just note it is, by default, the better episode. Yes! Yeah, I'm doing this. I hate Homer Simpson and Kidney Trouble so much. Any episode is, by default, better. Not even going to state my opinion on the other one. And just know it's a very obvious goes in the next round. Do it, rant about it. Do you want me to rant about it now? Do you want me just to dedicate some of my time out of this whole bracket just to complain about this one atrocious monstrosity that is Homer Simpson in Kidney Trouble? Do you want it? Here. Yeah, okay. This episode ruins Homer's character so much. He's the reason why Abe, his dad, loses a kidney. But he spends the whole episode being a coward bitch and hiding from it, like trying to run away from him. Homer is just the worst person, and yet somehow the episode tries to act like it's a funny little adventure. But oh wait, and then you also have this part where he tries to run away and start a whole new life just because he won't give his dad his kidney, and he was the reason he lost the kidney in the first place. So, we try to start a whole new life, and it's so boring, and I just hate Homer, and I just want Homer to feel pain. It is so awful. Yes, Homer is such an amazing character, but in this one episode, they make him just the worst person, so out of character. Was it funny? Was it supposed to be a humor statement? Because they don't even make many jokes. Not many jokes are even made in the episode. It's not just pretty bad, it is awful. It is like if there's any episode of erased from existence, some people would say the Elon Musk one, some people would say the Lady Gaga one, some people would say the Moe's Bar Rag one. I pick the kidney episode. I hate this one so much. Any final things you want me to hear about me about that episode before I just move on and talk about automatically better episodes? Any final thoughts? Just that it sounds pretty bad? Okay, if that's all you gotta say, then... Okay. Round 20. Season 3's Lisa's Pony versus Season 2's Bart's Dog Gets an F. Lisa's Pony, better emotional connection between Homer and Lisa, but And it also has the kid singing, my dingling, I want you to play with my dingling. Bart's Dog Gets an F, though, is alright. I'd probably say Lisa's Pony is a better episode, though. So I'm finally being nice to season 3 and just admitting that it's just that has an episode that's better than a season 2 one. Round 21. Season 10's Mayor to the Mob versus The Boy Who Knew Too Much. Oh my god, you heard that before? Yeah, it come from Simpsons. My ding-a-ling. My ding-a-ling. Anyway, back to the poll. Boy Who Knew Too Much is the obvious better one. Mayor to the Mob is good without being anything special. Boy Who Knew Too Much is an obvious dub, like obvious better episode. Number 22, Wizard of Evergreen Terrace from season 10. You're in a trap remix? I need to see that. I want to see a trap remix of that line. Anyway, but yeah. Number 22 is season 10's Wizard of Evergreen Terrace versus season 7's 138th episode spectacular. Wizard of Evergreen Terrace is another just solid one. That's the thing with season 10. Most of its episodes are either just meh or just good. Unless you're the kidney episode, but I already talked about that one. 130th episode spectacular kind of just feels like you're watching like a bonus features on like a DVD. But in a good way. It's actually a really good episode. It's the obvious win here for me. I know some people count it as a clip show, but it's not. I don't think it's a clip show episode. Oh, you gotta go? Aw. Alright, well, I'm probably going to be doing the stream for a while, so I'll see you later. Bye. And then everyone who's just casually watching the video was like, finally, it's going to talk more about the actual episodes instead of just talking with this person. But still, all right, you can go. Don't worry. Okay, so for number 23, we have season 1's Homer's Odyssey versus season 1's Telltale Head. Both are good season 1 episodes. Season 1 is just in general a perfectly good season of the show. I enjoy it. Between the two, I think Telltale Head is better. That's a really good, like, Bart having to learn, like, to deal with bullies type thing. Homer's Odyssey is still good, though. Around 24, we have The Way We Was from season 2 versus When Flanders Failed from season 1. I mean, not season 1, season 3. Way We Was is the obvious superior episode. Seeing Homer, Marge, and how they met is so nice and so good. When Flanders Failed is good without being like one of my favorites. Okay, so I wrote all of these on a piece of paper. That's what I keep looking at. And this is how the first page went. As you can see, we have all of this. Here is it all. Here is round 1. I'm doing like the worst job possible at showing you this, but here. Page 2. Round 25. Season 4 is The Front versus Season 8's Lisa's Date with Density. Lisa's Date is solid. It's good. The Front is nothing amazing, but I think is still better simply, again, because of the jokes. I think it's really funny. Also, seeing Bart and Lisa write their own itchy and scratchy episode is just fun. What do you mean? What did you come back to? Are you talking about round 1? Me desperately trying to show the paper? This is me trying to show each of the results, but I'm realizing that that's dumb and that I'm bad at this like I am with the rest of my life, so... sorry. This is me trying to show off the poll. I'm on page 2 of this now. Alrighty, round 26. Season 10's Monty Can't Buy Me Love versus Season 6's A Star Is Burns. Easy win to A Star Is Burns. That one's really good. Monty Can't Buy Me Love is another just a mess season 10 episode. Honestly, I know I did this because I think every 10 seasons is good, but I'm starting to regret putting season 10 on here because I just know most of its episodes are just not going to make it. Alrighty, for round 27, One Fish, Two Fish, Bluefish, Blowfish from season 2 versus season 7's King Sized Homer. King Sized Homer is a very overrated episode. Everyone acts like it's one of the show's best. To me, that one's just good without being anything special. The One Fish, Two Fish, though, I think is a really great Homer character study. This is season 2 at their best, just being really good character studies, exploring like the characters and who they are as people. And seeing Homer thinking he only has 24 hours left to live, trying to spend it, is really nice and really impactful. Definitely the better episode. Number 28. Lisa Gets an A from season 10 versus season 9's All Singing, All Dancing. All Singing, All Dancing is just a clip show episode where they just take old songs from previous episodes and they're just like, and they're singing about, look at this previous song, wowza, mowza. The parts of Snake were funny, but the rest of that one is honestly just, I only watch it when I just want a quick compilation of some of the Simpsons songs, not because it's actually like anything special. So yeah, Lisa Gets an A is one of my favorites from season 10. I actually love this one a lot. Really funny and it's some really clever twist. My apologies. Lisa Gets an A is pretty funny, has some good twists, and has a very cute Homer B plot. It's the better episode. I clearly need a drink. Here's some Gatorade. Take some Gatorade for the road, lads. You need it. Stay hydrated. Excuse me. Round 29. Season 6's Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 1 versus Season 4's Camp Krusty. Okay, so I bet some of you may have been wondering what I do for this episode. Who Shot Mr. Burns was a two-parter, part 1 being at the end of Season 6 and part 2 being at the beginning of Season 7, and I decided just to have them as separate episodes. I have different opinions on them, and plus, if I talk about them separately, that means round 1 could be more even. Part 1 is honestly just kind of meh. It's mostly just build up to, who could have shot Mr. Burns at the end of the episode. It's fine. And I know I'm probably hurting a lot of Simpsons fans by saying even just part 1 of this two-parter wasn't anything special in my eyes. Camp Krusty is easily the superior one. I love that one. Just seeing the kids how to do all this like nightmare camp and overthrowing it. Season 9's round 30, my bad. Season 6's Fear of Flying versus Season 9's Miracle on Evergreen Terrace. Man, Miracle on Evergreen Terrace for being a Christmas episode is just so depressing. I just am put in a sad mood whenever I watch this one. I know it's supposed to be parodying how typically Christmas specials are happy, but I'm not happy while watching this one. Fear of Flying is obviously better. I love that one. Definitely superior over Miracle on Evergreen Terrace. Season 7's Marge Be Not Proud versus Season 4's Lisa's First Word. Oh, Marge Be Not Proud's a Christmas episode. Miracle on Evergreen Terrace is a Christmas episode. What a coincidence. 2 of the show's 3 Christmas-themed episodes in this golden age are put in the same ranking. Lisa's First Word is another just amazing flashback episode of showing Lisa being born and Bart initially hating it before Lisa's first word ends up being Bart. And then you have Homer hoping that Maggie's like, I hope you say another word. And then she says, Daddy, in the most sad voice. And it's also really funny. Again, that balance between you have all these peak jokes and then it's just a really sweet ending that doesn't come off as forced at all. I love that. I hope I can make a show like that someday. Marge Be Not Proud is definitely better than Miracle on Evergreen Terrace, but it's another one that's just kind of miserable. So I easily prefer Lisa's first word. Number 32, Season 9's Lost Star Lisa versus Season 8's The Mysterious Voyage of Our Homer. Lost Star Lisa is a very forgettable episode. I do not like it that much. Mysterious Voyage is better. 33, Season 5's Burns' Hair versus Season 5's Homer Goes to College. Ooh, a battle of Season 5. Season 5, in my opinion, is peak just joke after joke. If every season has their thing, then this is season... if every season has their thing, then Season 5's is just that. But which one of these do I like more as an episode? Probably Homer Goes to College. I think that one's just a bit funnier with Homer having to deal with these nerds and just having to go back to college. Oh, hello. You're back. Yay. I'm now on round 34, which is Season 6's Lemon of Troy versus Season 5's Homer's Barbershop Quartet. Homer's Barbershop Quartet is a fun little flashback episode. Oh, okay, that's fine. For anyone who's watching this after live stream, her mom was asking for her, so she left for a bit. So yeah, Homer's Barbershop Quartet from Season 5 versus Season 6's Lemon of Troy. Lemon of Troy is the obvious superior episode. That's probably in my top 10 of the whole show, if not top 5. Homer's Barbershop Quartet is still an amazing episode, though. We'll definitely watch that one as well. Season 3's Bart the Lover versus Season 4's Brother from the Same Planet. Brother from the Same Planet has Bart understandably being mad at Homer because he left him out in the rain. So Bart does this Big Brother program so he can get this actually really cool guy. Well, Homer, knowing this, goes to the Little Brother program. Nice. Anyway, so yeah, Brother from the Same Planet is pretty funny and is pretty good. I think I prefer Bart the Lover just a bit more, with Bart making his teacher think that she found a man. It's Bart's teacher, Mrs. Krabappel, Edna. This is her first big episode, in my opinion. She was been around before, but this is the episode where we're like, hey, let's focus on her, and it's funny. Well, okay, maybe that part is not so much as funny, but Homer having to put stuff in the swear jar so that way Flanders kids don't imitate him, and that's funny. Bart the Lover is the superior episode. Number 36. Season 4's Homer's Triple Bypass versus Season 5's Secrets of a Successful Marriage. These are both so funny. I love these episodes. Oh, God. Okay. Homer's Triple Bypass has Homer getting countless heart attacks, so he has to get some surgery done by this guy called Dr. Nick, who is just the worst doctor. He does not know what he's doing at all. In Secrets of a Successful Marriage, has Homer thinking he's an idiot, so he takes a class. So he teaches a class of adults about how to have a successful marriage, but he ends up spoiling secrets about him and Marge's bedroom activities. So Marge kicks Homer out of the house. I love both of these. They're so funny. But which one's the funnier one? Which one has the best the most consistently best jokes and just the best? Oh, I love both of these. Which one's better? I'd probably say just barely. I think Homer's Triple Bypass is the better episode. Simply because both episodes have an emotional ending, but in Secrets of a Successful Marriage is just Homer admitting that he's codependent on Marge and needs her. Well, in Homer's Triple Bypass, they're actually like, yeah, Homer made it through, and the family, and they can still have a Homer with them. The family doesn't have to lose Homer. It's a sweeter ending, which I think just barely pushes it above Secrets of a Successful Marriage. But they're both 5 out of 5, just peak episodes. I love both of them. Round number 37. The two Miss Apu's family from season 9. Instead of Apu's family, they actually have Apu's last name, but first of all, I'm not writing all that down, and you're crazy if you think I'm trying to pronounce that. Sorry to all my Hindu viewers. I did not mean to, because I know Apu's like is like that, so I'm sorry. I'm not saying the last name. And it's going up against season 5's Cape Fear, which is the obvious winner. Again, I'm not a big fan of Apu. Not that I don't like him, I just don't think his episodes are like some of my favorites. So this one doesn't really do much for me. And Homer's whole B plot of being a retirement home is like the first episode where I'm like, Homer's just a jerk in the B plot of the Apu episode, and it's just really annoying. Like, I don't want to watch this guy. It's the beginning of Homer just being a jerk just because they're trying to be funny, and it's not. It just feels so bad. Cape Fear is another like peak one of in my top 5 of the whole show. Probably, I love that one. And number 38, we have season 8's My Sister, My Sitter versus season 6's Grandpa versus Sexual Inadequacy. The Grandpa episode is better. I love that one. Just a really funny one. For an episode about Homer's dad helping him with a love-making potion. I think it's actually a really funny one. My Sister, My Sitter is just solid. It's good without being like anything spectacular. Number 39, season 3's Flaming Moe's versus season 5's Bart Gets Famous. Flaming Moe's is a better episode. That whole thing between Homer going up with this drink, but Moe steals it because, he's just like that is good. Bart Gets Famous is also another really good one. I just think Flaming Moe, Bart Gets Famous is probably. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm doing a video, but thank you. But Bart Gets Famous is probably the funnier episode. While season 3's Flaming Moe's just has, I think, just a better character story, even if it's not the funniest. Flaming Moe's is the winner. Round 40. Jesus, I'm on the 40th one. Season 3's Black Widower versus season 4's Krusty Gets Cancelled. Black Widower is a Sideshow Bob episode, so naturally I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's still fine. Krusty Gets Cancelled is pretty funny. It's the better episode. Number 41, season 3's Bart the Murderer versus season 7's Raging Abe and his grumbling grandson in The Curse of the Flying Hellfish. But I'm just calling it Raging Abe for short because I'm not saying all that. Bart the Murderer is, in my opinion, a very clear winner. It starts bad with Bart just having a miserable day, but once it turns into him joining the Mafia, it gets really funny and becomes a really good one. So I think it's overall just a better episode, but the Raging Abe episode is like a more action thing. If we're more into action, then definitely check that one out. Yeah, these are interesting titles. I know, right? Who doesn't want an episode called Raging Abe Simpson and his grumbling grandson in The Curse of the Flying Hellfish? Isn't that what we want to call every episode of your television series? Round 42, Grade School Confidential from Season 8 versus Season 4's Whacking Day. Probably, for this one, I'm probably picking Grade School Confidential. Skinner and Edna dating was cute, and even making Bart the wingman is just like, poor Bart, man. Whacking Day is still pretty funny, though. These are both really good. Number 43, Season 4's I Love Lisa versus Season 6's Sideshow Bob Roberts. Again, I'm not the biggest Sideshow Bob fan in the world. I Love Lisa is the automatic winner. Plus, I just love I Love Lisa in general. It is one of my absolute favorites. Round 44, Season 7's 22 short films about Springfield versus Season 4's Mr. Plow. I absolutely love both of these episodes. Mr. Plow, again, I simply find it funnier having Homer getting into this plow business where he has to shovel people's snow. But then you have Barney, his friend, like taking it over, trying to rival him. It's good. It's funny. But 22 short films about Springfield gives a little snippet about so many different side characters. I gotta go with 22 short films. I think it is just more unique and creative and just more memorable. But once you hear the Mr. Plow jingle, you can't forget it. Round 45. Season 6's And Maggie Makes 3 versus Season 1's Crepes of Wrath. Okay, I feel bad at making any Season 1 episode lose. Season 1 is such a weird and unique season of the show, while also obviously being the first. But come on, And Maggie Makes 3 is just such an amazing episode. Might honestly be the best of their flashback episodes, despite it not being the most recent. Not recent in terms of when it was made, but more recent in terms of the overall timeline of the show, because this is when Maggie was born, meaning this was probably only like a year ago, chronologically in the series. And Maggie Makes 3 is really good, though. Not just really good, a great even. Yes, it is a flashback episode. And Maggie Makes 3 is a flashback episode. It's the one where they introduce like Maggie being born and Homer wanting this other job, but he can't. It has the do it for her ending, which is one of the most best emotional moments of the show. Crepes of Wrath is just... oh, it's definitely on my list. Okay, cool. Crepes of Wrath from Season 1 is okay. It's solid. It has one of the first times where Homer's just a complete idiot, and it's really funny, but and Maggie Makes 3 is obviously just the superior episode, in my opinion. Okay, round 46. Season 2 is A Simpson and Delilah versus Season 3 is A Treehouse of Horror 2. Treehouse of Horror 2 is the one with all the dreams. You have the monkey paw where the family makes bad wishes. You have Bart being the supreme overlord of the universe, as much as a 10-year-old can be, so obviously still not that threatening. And then you have Homer getting fired, but Burns and Smithers is stealing his brain. Simpson and Delilah also had Homer trying to be better at his job while meeting this new guy, Carl, who is super gay for him. He kisses him and smacks his butt in his final scene of the episode. He's also the best wingman. He's just the best person. This is a Carl stan channel. We stan Carl. He is the best. He's the best assistant. Yes, what? He kisses Homer, and then when he encourages him to do this big, thing, conference, he smacks his butt super hard. You could hear it. You could hear the smack on the rump that he made. Simpson and Delilah is the better episode. They're both pretty good. Treehouse of Horror 2 is good without being one of... well, none of them are, the best segments in the world. Let's move on. All right, for Season 6, we have another Simpsons clip show versus Season 7's Mother Simpson. Wow. I really wonder what's going to win this round. Are we going to pick Mother Simpson, which we finally get to meet Homer's mother, and it's actually a solid emotional episode? Or are we going to pick another Simpsons clip show? You know, the clip show. The one that's just a series of clips from other episodes put together to make new footage. I wonder. Okay, not gonna lie, I actually don't mind clip show episodes. I understand that nowadays seasons of shows are so short, but you gotta understand, back in the 90s, seasons were very long. Another Simpsons clip show is Season 6, which was 25 episodes. I get needing a filler episode, but looking back, these episodes just don't hold up. especially since another Simpsons clip show was all about the love episodes. There's like virtually no comedy. And if I wanted to see those episodes of the show that were about love, I could just watch the episodes about them. I don't need to see the clip show version of them where they only talk about like a bit of it. So yeah, as much as I feel as much as I understand why clip shows are even here at all, Mother Simpson is the obvious superior episode. No duh. Girl, why you say no duh like that? Oh my god. Yeah. True. All right, and for the last round of page 2, season 4 is a new kid on the block versus season 5's Last Temptation of Homer. Last Temptation of Homer is such a great Homer episode because it gets this coworker named Mindy, and Homer fights everything in his power not to cheat on Marge. It's not that Homer wants to, it's just that the whole world is pretty much forcing this guy to cheat on his wife. But Homer is the best husband like ever in this episode. He doesn't want to do that to Marge. He wants to stay with her. He loves her. He doesn't want to do this to her. And so it's really sweet and like really emotional and great. Then you have New Kid on the Block, which is a solid episode about Bart getting a crush on a girl, but Last Temptation of Homer is so amazing. I love that one. Also, ironically enough, both of these episodes were featured on another Simpsons clip show. So, yeah. But yeah, Last Temptation of Homer is the superior episode. And that is it for page 2. Can I do it better this time? Can I show y'all? Why do these pages keep getting like freaking belly fat? I think this is as good as I can get it. I want you all to see this. I want you all to see. Probably can't see it, can you? Whatever. Number 49. Season 4, Stress of Horror 3 versus Season 9's Joy of Sect. Joy of Sect is actually a really good episode. Stress of Horror 3, that was the one with Killer Krusty Doll, Homer being King Kong, and and the zombies. The zombie one with the zombies taking over Springfield. I think this is the first time a Stress of Horror is actually beating another thing. Joy of Sect's pretty good. It's about the whole town being in a cult, but Stress of Horror 3 I think is just a more fun episode, and all the segments are pretty good. Definitely better than Joy of Sect, though they're both really good. Number 50, the 50th round, boys. We're almost halfway through. Halfway through. Season 8's Homer They Fall versus Season 10's Make Room for Lisa. I really don't like Make Room for Lisa. It has Homer ruining the Bill of Rights. But then they have to do, so to make up for it, they do work. So yeah, to make up for it, they take Lisa's room and let them do all this research. Even though Lisa didn't even do anything to deserve this, but no, she's just gonna be punished. And by the end, we got to root for Homer, because Homer's apparently the good guy in all this. Dumb episode. It's season 10. I do not like season 10 like that much. Homer They Fall is also not a good episode. Yeah, neither of these I really think are that good of episodes, but Homer They Fall is just kind of okay. An acceptable episode about Homer boxing. Homer They Fall is the superior episode, but it's not like either of them are really going to make it that far anyway. Yeah. Also, thank you for saying halfway through. That was nice. Thank you. We're not even fully halfway through yet, by the way, and we're almost an hour into this. I do not have a life. Life, what is that? I do not have one. Number 51. Season 2's Bart Gets an F versus Season 10's Old Man and the Sea Student. Old Man and the Sea Student is another just meh. Season 10 is just not that good. Yeah. Real, real. We do not have lives. Old Man of the Sea Student isn't that good. It's season 10. I feel like with season 10 episodes, if a season 10 episode lose, I could just say it's season 10, and I feel like that just get across my thoughts. The show is getting so meh and just so samey. Season 2, we're like in the beginning, but this is the second season. Barkins and F is probably the most relatable episode of the entire show. I'm horrible at school. Bart has an episode where he's horrible at school and he almost fails the fourth grade. It's just a match made in heaven. Barkins and F is one of my all-time favorites of the entire show and easily beats out Old Man and the Sea Student. In round number 52, season 9's Bart Carney versus season 6's Itchy and Scratchy Land. Bart Carney's all right. Seeing Homer and Bart take in these two Carney guys to steal their house is fine. Itchy and Scratchy Land, though, is a fun parody of theme parks, and I think that's just the superior episode. It's really funny. Round number 53. Old Man and Elisa from season 8 versus season 1's Krusty Gets Busted. Here is me thankfully being able to defend season 1 because I think Krusty Gets Busted is actually a really good episode. Probably my favorite season 1 episode. Probably. Old Man and Elisa, on the other hand, is just kind of okay. Mr. Burns and Lisa teaming up isn't like the best thing in the world, and it's honestly kind of boring. Sadly. So, Krusty Gets Busted is the better episode. Getting some season 1 wrap is nice. Number 54, season 9's Cartridge Family versus season 8's Homer's Enemy. Alright, so Cartridge Family has Marge with a gun. Well, actually, that's at the very end. It's mostly about Homer with a gun. This is the gun control episode. Not so much gun control, more so Homer getting a gun and having to figure out like what's the best thing to do for it. And you look how even the gun members are like, okay, Homer, you gotta be responsible with this thing. You can't be shooting everything. Also, Bart almost shoots Milhouse. That's what happened. That's the thing that happens. Homer's Enemy has one of my favorite one-off characters with Frank Grimes working at the plant. And Homer accidentally annoys the poor guy, even though Homer's clearly not trying to do it on purpose. This is just how he naturally thinks things. Homer's Enemy is the easy, superior episode. Cartridge Family is just kind of all right. When it turns to a Marge and Homer, like a marriage crisis, I start to really just get bored by it, and it's not that interesting. Number 55. Okay, the person in the chat is saying something that I don't want to spoil. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm also saying please don't spoil it. But, I mean, you're not wrong. Alright, number 55. Season 5 is the ladies... No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. You're all good. Season 5 is Lady Bouvier's Lover versus Season 6 is 2,001 Greyhounds. Both of these are sadly, once again, not anything amazing. 2,001 Greyhounds is probably better. That's a solid one. Lady Bouvier's Lover is also just kind of alright, but I don't really care about the romance. Number 56, Treehouse of Horror 5 from Season 6, because, again, just one off from the season they're a part of, versus Season 2's Old Money. Treehouse of Horror 5 is easily the best Treehouse of Horror. Can we just all agree on that? Like, I'm going to tell you all 3 segments, and you tell me how they're not peak. We got The Shining, which is their brilliant Shining parody. We got Homer going back in time. And we got cannibalism, the teachers cannibalizing the students. Yeah, let's go. Let's cannibalize some kids. And Old Money is just kind of this okay episode about Abe falling in love. That isn't really that entertaining or anything that special. Treehouse of Horror 5 is the obvious winner. Time travel. Yeah, boy, Homer traveling through time. That was one of the segments. He meets Mr. Peabody and Sherman, and they're like, actually, you're the second. that's amazing, Mr. Peabody. Quiet, you. What happened to Mr. Peabody? Quiet, you. It is yes, cannibalism. The teacher's cannibalizing the students in the final one. Yeah. Wow, I could seriously see why people would think I'm like mentally challenged. You are so in? Yes, it's the best dress of horror. And it's probably gonna make it very far in this, hopefully. Okay, number 57. Season 10's When You Dish Upon a Star versus Season 9's Simpson Tide. When You Dish Upon a Star is just kind of a like When You Dish Upon a Star is the start of the show being like, oh my god, can you believe we got famous person in the show? I cannot believe we got famous person in the show. Let's not write a plot or anything. Let's just have famous person in the episode. Oh my god, I can't believe we got famous person in the episode. And it's really boring and not good. And it just makes me and it's season 10, okay? That's gonna be a meme. It's season 10. The skull face emoji. She put the fucking skull face emoji, yes. Because it is just that. Simpson Tide is actually a good episode, though. I think it does deserve a W. Just not against the episode where we introduce famous people into the show. Also, gotta remember, this is like late 90s. These people aren't even relevant anymore. So it's aged so bad. Even worse than the clip show is. I said it. I'd rather watch a clip show than watch that one. It's still not as bad as the kidney episode, but it's still not good. Season 10, what have you done? Skull emoji crying skull emoji. Best use of emojis I've ever seen. Season 6 is Bart versus Australia versus Season 2's Principal Charming. Bart versus Australia's... Okay, here's a controversial opinion. Bart versus Australia isn't that good of an episode. I don't know. Other than the knifey spoony part, I just find this to be super duper boring. Don't get a ton out of this one. Principal Charming, on the other hand, is actually a pretty good, like, Principal Skinner and Pat, one of Marge's sisters, Patty, actually like having a romance. And although, due to the show's status quo nature, it only lasts for one episode, I still enjoyed the ride we got on anyway. Number 59, Season 5's Boy Scouts and the Hood versus Season 3's Brother Can You Spare Two Dimes. Brother Can You Spare Two Dimes is the second of the Herb episodes, Homer's half-brother, and it is nowhere near as good as the first Herb, Homer's half-brother episodes. That one is just kind of meh. But then you got Boy Scouts and the Hood, and in Boy Scouts and the Hood, that's a really funny episode that has Bart joining the Boy Scouts and having this whole conflict between Bart and Homer, and it's pretty funny. Definitely the W. Number 60. Season 4 is A Selma's Choice versus Season 4 is Lisa the Beauty Queen. Let's go. We got two Season 4 episodes. Lisa the Beauty Queen is obviously the better one, in my opinion. I don't love Lisa episodes, but I also don't love Selma episodes. So, but they're both really good. Some of the better Lisa and Selma episodes, respectively. Selma's Choice does have Lisa saying, I am the lizard queen. And that's good. That's funny. It's just one of the weaker Season 4 episodes, in my opinion. Well, Lisa the Beauty Queen's actually a really funny one and has Homer being a really good dad. So it's the better one to me. Number 61, Bart the Daredevil from Season 2 versus Homer's Night Out from Season 1. I just don't like Homer's Night Out. It's in my bottom 5 of the first 10 seasons. Okay, so here's what Homer's Night Out is about. Bart gets the spy camera, you see. That's the opening bit. And he's taking a picture of Homer at a bachelor party. He is dancing next to another woman, not touching her, not even dancing with her. Homer is dancing next to this woman. And everyone in town acts like this is the best thing they've ever seen. It is so funny, apparently. It is such a humorous picture of Homer dancing next to this woman. And Marge sees it, and Marge kicks Homer out of the house. She's like, I cannot have you dancing next to this woman. Leave. So you just feel bad for Homer. Like, what did bro do? He was just dancing next to a woman at a bachelor party. It's sad. Quite sad. I know. It's not good. Marge is L wife in this episode. Bart the Daredevil, on the other hand, has the iconic scene of Homer falling off the cliff, skateboarding off the cliff, I mean, and it's really funny, and it's a really good episode in general, and better than Homer's Night Out. As you obviously, like as if after reading Homer's Night Out, almost any other episode would be better somehow. Maybe if it was paired against the kidney episode, maybe it'd still be in. Number 62. Cancel March 2025. Yeah, that was. You got to remember though, this episode was like early 90s, late 80s. Maybe back at that time that was apparently bad. I don't think so though. I think there's worse things someone can do than that. Number 62. The Twisted World of Marge Simpson from season 8 versus Bart the Genius from season 1. Twisted World of Marge Simpson is an all-right episode about Marge being in the pretzel business and Homer getting the mafia's help to help her. Bart the Genius, on the other hand, while only being the second episode of the show, I think is a good one. It is good to see seeing Bart try actually bonding with Homer is nice, even if again it was reversed by the end. But I still think Bart the Genius is a better episode. I don't see many people really loving Twisted World of Marge Simpson, and I can kind of see why. It's just kind of a meh one. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It's all right. Number 63. We have Simpsons Bible Stories from season 10 versus season 9's Dumbbell Indemnity. Okay, so for Bible Stories, I guess they realized the genres of horrors were popular, so I guess they wanted to make another one, but instead of horror, they make it about the Bible. Because when I think of Simpsons ideas they could do outside of genres of horrors, I think of the Bible. Let's hear 3 Bible-related stories. I want to hear about the Bible. The Holy Bible. Is this actually Bible? Are you questioning the words of the Almighty Jimmy? Is that explanation points? What are you doing? What are you doing in there? What are you doing in this live stream? Anyway, so yeah. Bible's obviously Dumbbell Indemnity is the better episode. It's an alright Mo love story. Okay, having to bracket all these episodes, so many of them are about love. Just realizing that. They had a whole clip show about it, for Pete's sake. Dumbbell Indemnity is good, though. I like it. Okay, number 64. Season 9's Trouble with Trillions versus Season 6's Itchy and Scratchy and Marge. Not Season 6, Season 2. Me no good at English. Trouble with Trillions is just kind of a meh one. Seeing Homer have to deal with being like a secret agent, I guess. Honestly, I've watched this one a few times, and I still barely even remember what happens. It is that forgettable. It's one I forget even exists most of the time. Itchy and Scratchy and Marge, on the other hand, is actually a pretty good episode about Marge. It's pretty much a 90s version of cancel culture. Just think of it like that. Well, not cancel culture, but I guess protesting, getting rid of someone or something. Because Itchy and Scratchy is such a violent show that Marge wants to change it. And they become all nice and sweet, and kids actually start playing outside for once, which is crazy. Actually couldn't be me, chat. For number 65, we have season 9's Lisa Sachs versus season 4's So It's Come to This, a Simpsons clip show. Wow, I don't know, Chad. I think So It's Come to This, a Simpsons clip show might be the winner here. I don't know. What do you guys think about So It's Come to This, a Simpsons clip show? Is it going to win? Is it So It's Come to This, a Simpsons clip show actually the second coming of Christ and is actually going to win this entire poll? No, okay, for real though. Lisa Sachs is another solid flashback episode, obvious winner. Though I must say, out of the clip shows, I don't count the 130th episode spectacular as a clip show, but ignoring that one, I think this is probably the best of the clip shows. It actually for the first couple of minutes, if like clip shows are all right. Oh my god, man. Okay, so it's come to this a Simpsons clip show. I just love memeing about them. But for the first few minutes of this one, they actually kind of lied to you, thinking it's gonna be a regular episode, and then once Homer's in the hospital, it just becomes clips. Lisa Sachs is a solid like flashback episode though, so. Season 6's Lisa's Wedding versus Season 3's Homer Defined. Lisa's Wedding is the only one from the first 10 seasons, I think, that actually did like a future story. Like we look, Red Bull. That was not Red Bull. This was a Gatorade. Hashtag sponsored, not sponsored by Gatorade. But yeah, Lisa's Wedding is the flash forward episode where we actually see into the future of the characters, which just makes me wish the show would just actually had the characters age normally, but whatever. Homer Defined is the superior episode. It's about Homer accidentally actually saving the nuclear plant and thus is considered a hero for it. Seeing Homer have guilt about this was nice. Makes Homer a more three-dimensional character. And seeing Bart and Milhouse not having to be friends anymore in the B plot was also good. It's the first time we really get to see their friendship. And number 67, Season 8's Burns, Baby Burns, versus Season 9's Girly Edition. Burns, Baby Burns is probably the better episode with Burns' long-lost son Larry. Girly Edition's also alright. It's another sibling episode, but not one of the better ones. It also has Homer getting a monkey because I guess we gotta make it a 22-minute episode. Burns, Baby Burns is better though. Good episode. Number 68, Two Bad Neighbors from Season 7 versus Season 2's Two Cars in Every Garage and Three Eyes in Every Fish. Ironically, these are both episodes that deal with politics. Two Bad Neighbors is about a former president, George Bush, actually meeting the Simpson family, being their across-the-street neighbors. And it's about Homer and Bart having a rivalry with this ex-U.S. president. Two Cars in Every Garage is about Mr. Burns wanting to be mayor of Springfield. Both are politically fueled, and as you know, I do not care for politics that much, but I'd probably say I prefer Two Bad Neighbors. It's funny. It's not really about politics. It's more so just having them goof around with this president. They obviously didn't get the actual president himself to voice his character, which I think honestly makes it a bit funnier. Number 69. 69! We're 69 in this one, chat. All right, we got Duffless from Season 4 versus, 69. Duffless from Season 4 versus Season 5's Bart's Inner Child. Bart's Inner Child is okay. I like the beginning with Homer's trampoline. Duffless is just a way better episode, though. No contest. Duffless is peak. seeing Homer have to give up beer is just a funny concept, and they do such a great job at executing it. I love this one. Number 70, Season 2's Blood Feud versus Season 10's Doan in the Wind. Blood Feud is the final Season 2 episode, and it's a solid one. Alright, so Homer makes Bart give his blood to Mr. Burns. Mr. Burns, in return, all he does is give him a thank you note. So Homer ends up writing an angry letter to him, which makes Mr. Burns want to get Smithers to help assassinate Homer. But Smithers cares too much because Homer did help save Mr. Burns' life by giving the blood. So they end up giving the family a present that's actually complete rubbish. Then you have Doan in the Wind, which is a Season 10 episode. I feel kind of bad for Season 10, but that's really how a lot of Season 10 episodes are. It's just, oh yeah, this is a Season 10 episode. It's obviously losing. Doan in the Wind is Homer as a hippie. It's not that funny. Yeah, Blood Feud is the obvious winner here. Number 71, Day the Violence Died from Season 7 versus Season 7's Bart on the Road. 2 Season 7 episodes enter, but which one leaves? This is tough because, again, they're both pretty good. I actually rewatched Bart on the Road semi-recently. I think I prefer Day the Violence Died. I think it's a better one, where we meet the real Itchy and Scratchy creator. And if the other guy just lied, but they aren't making Itchy and Scratchy episodes anymore, so Bart and Lisa gotta make sure that they start making them again. It has a funny Schoolhouse Rock parody. Yes, Season 10 is the kidney episode. Season 10 had Homer Simpson in kidney trouble, aka what I just like to call it, the kidney episode. Season 10 just is objectively not that good of a season, in my opinion. Yeah, objectively, in my opinion. I don't think Season 10 is that good of a season. Yeah, most of its episodes are consistently losing these polls. Yeah. Day the Violence Died but back to the actual bracket itself. Day the Violence Died they're both pretty good episodes. I just barely prefer Day the Violence Died, but this is a tough choice. And for the final one on page 3, we have page 3 of 5, by the way. Homie the Clown from Season 6 versus Trash of the Titans from Season 9. Trash of the Titans is the 200th episode, and it does not live up to the title of 200th episode. It won an Emmy, though, so what do I know? Homie the Clown is the obvious superior episode with Homer as a clown. Pretty funny material. Page 3 is done and out. We are over halfway through. Yep. Alrighty. Number 73. Yeah. Number 73. Marge and Chains from Season 4 versus Lisa the Simpson from Season 9. Marge and Chains from Season 4 is the better episode here. Lisa the Simpson is a... We aren't really... We have page 4 and then page 5. Page 5 is only like a little over halfway filled, so... We are towards the end of it, technically. Marge and Chains is a pretty good episode. Lisa the Simpson is a very sexist episode, and I really don't like it. The ending has... The whole episode is about Lisa thinking she may not be smart, but in the end it's like, oh, it's okay, Lisa, you're a woman. And in the Simpson family, the women are the smart ones and the men are the dumb ones. And I'm just like, shut up. Oh my god, that is... I could go on further about this type of thing, but I don't think you guys even want to hear me talk about it. And yeah, yikers. I'm going to go with a yikes on that one. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of shows, even nowadays, I feel like even nowadays, in a lot of shows, they just portray women as the smart ones and men as the dumb ones. And I'm just... that actually, unironically, that actually very deeply like annoys me. That is one of the things I hate about shows the most. Even Simpsons, to a point, would like does this as well, and it just annoys me. I'm a guy, obviously, so I think it's very obvious why this annoys me. I know it's supposed to be like funny and like in good fun, but it really doesn't, and I feel like this can really rub off on both genders about this type of thing. So yeah, Lisa the Simpson, I don't really like it that much. To be fair, that's only the ending of those. Lisa the Simpson, that sexism is only at the very end. Most of the episode is not about that. It's mostly just a meh Lisa trying to like find herself episode. And there's even one thing I will say for Lisa the Simpson. There is a good B plot in this episode with Apu, with this old guy named Jasper being locked in Apu's freezer and Apu using it as a tourist thing. That part of the episode I actually liked. That was funny. But yeah, Margin Changes is the better episode. Thanks to Lionel Hutz, who is just an amazing character. R.I.P. Phil Hartman. You took it from us way too soon. Number 74, Season 6's Bart's Girlfriend versus Season 10's Marge Simpson in Screaming Yellow Honkers. Screaming Yellow Honkers, I actually did not see that episode until like very recently. So I finally watched it for the first time. Bart's Girlfriend, though, is the better episode. Seeing Bart meet a girl who is like way better than him, who's more evil than him, and actually is super is a bit of a trickster, is really good. I love that one. Marge Simpson and Screaming Yellow Honkers, on the other hand, was fine, but like I finally watched it, and by the end I was like, that was okay. It starts kind of funny, but I really don't think I needed to watch it. I don't really think I gained a ton after finally sitting down and watching it. Because it's season 10. That's imagine all the season 10 stands coming in and like really hating me and wanting me to die because I'm dissing season 10 so hard. That's gonna be something, let me tell you. Number 75, we have a Stark Raving Dad, aka the band episode, versus the Sherry Bobbins episode from season 8, which, again, I know the episode isn't called the Sherry Bobbins episode, but I am not writing that down, and I am not saying the name of that episode. Look it up yourself if you want to see what that one's actually called and why I'm not doing that. Stark Raving Dad, though, it's banned because it has Michael Jackson as a big part of it, and Michael Jackson, there's some controversial stuff going on with Michael Jackson. So, I personally, okay, here's my stance on this kind of stuff. I don't think episodes of shows should be banned. As an example, a lot of old cartoons like Looney Tunes were very racist. They had a lot of like they depicted African Americans very unfairly, treating them, making them look like idiots. They even have a lot of cartoons that you cannot see anymore because that they're all about harming like African Americans and making them look bad. But then again, they were just made at a point when, sadly, racial equality was not common like it is now. So, well, and I know saying I don't want that to be banned makes you look really, really bad. So let me explain myself. I think it should be preserved, Well, I think it deserves to be preserved and be like, we need to keep this. We need to be reminded that this happened. It is not okay. It is not right. But we needed to keep it. We need to acknowledge it because otherwise it could happen again. We wouldn't learn. History would just repeat itself. And that's why I think keeping stuff not banned. I know it isn't. Those cartoons were definitely not good. I'm not going to defend some of that. I love Looney Tunes, but I'm not going to defend that content. Stark Raving. I don't know why we talked about that. Stark Raving Dead is nothing like that. Michael Jackson may have been a kid diddler, and because of that, they're banning this episode, which I think is dumb. That's really dumb. Even if he did, which is very much not okay, but even if he did, like, keep the episode and have a little warning. Like, this may have a controversial star in it. Oh yeah, by the way, I like the Sherry Boppins episode more. I think I like the songs in it. Yeah, that was a whole rant that wasn't even that relevant. My bad, chat. For number 76, we have PTA Disbands versus Sweet Skimore Skinner's Badass Song. These are both great ones. I love both of these ones oh so much. I'm probably going with PTA Disbands. That actually, yeah, PTA Disbands. I think is just barely the better episode. It's nice seeing the teachers a strike. It's nice having the teachers strike and Sweet Skimmer Skinner's badass song. That one's I think is funnier, but I think PTA Disbands is just overall just a more enjoyable experience. Very close call though. I could honestly change my mind like on a whim on which one of these two is better. For 77, we have a Treehouse of Horror 6 from season 7 and Burns Sells the Power Plant from season 3. It's not actually called that, but yeah. The actual title is actually in German, so I just use the English translation of it. So that way I don't look, so that way I can still say it in a good way. Trials of Horror 6 from season 7. What did that had the 3D Homer. Oh no, it also had Nightmare on Elm Street parody. That one was amazing. I love that one. And oh yeah, and also had the giant like mascots rampaging through town. It's actually a really good Trials of Horror, and I like it more than Burn Sells the Power Plant, which was just okay. It has the Lady of Chocolate scene, which is very much iconic, but that's the only thing it has going for it. 78. Three Men in a Comic Book from Season 2 versus Bart After Dark from Season 8. Both pretty good. 3 Men in a Comic Book, I think I enjoyed just a bit more. Trying to speed this up a bit. Bard of Darkness from Season 6 versus Marge on the Lamb from Season 5. Marge on the Lamb had a nice story about Marge making a friend. Very much nice. Bard of Darkness was a parody of this movie called Rear Window. I have not seen that movie, but this is a pretty good version of the story. Family Guy and Teen Titans Go, and I think Shrek also all did this premise as well. But I think Simpsons did it the first and it did it the best. So number 80, season 2's Brush of Greatness versus season 10's Maximum Homer Drive. Maximum Homer Drive is Homer being a trucker. It is season 10. Brush of Greatness is a really good Marge story about her accepting her painting. So yeah, I love that one. Definitely a superior episode. Natural Born Kissers from season 9 versus Homer the Vigilante from season 5. Homer the Vigilante is just way funnier. Natural Born Kissers was still alright though, but Homer the Vigilante is way funnier. Therefore, I enjoy it more. Therefore, it's winning. Brother from Another Series from season 8 versus Bark Gets an Elephant from season 5. Same thing. Bark Gets an Elephant is just a way funnier episode. Brother from Another Series is a Sideshow Bob episode. I'm not sure if you guys forgot, but I'm not the biggest Sideshow Bob fan. This one was all right, but it wasn't anything amazing. Therefore, Bark Gets an Elephant is the better episode. Number 83, Simpsons roasting on an open fire from season 1. The first ever Simpsons episode. This was the start of it all. Some Enchanted Evening was meant to be the first, but ended up being the last. And so we got Simpsons roasting on an open fire as the real first episode. And it did, in my opinion, a good job at setting up the Simpsons for what it was going to become. Is it perfect? No. But it's the first episode. And it did start the series off, so in some respects, you do have to be nice to this episode. Well, oh no, it's okay. You don't have to be quiet. It's okay if you're being quiet. I know you haven't seen any of these episodes. Mountain of Madness from season 8, on the other hand, is just a better episode. I know we did that whole spiel about it was the first episode, but Mountain of Madness is just a better episode. I find it way funnier. The Homer and Mr. Burns having to be on a mountain together is funny. It's a good episode. Okay, for number 84, Lord of the Dance from season 10 versus Life on the Fast Lane from season 1. Lord of the Dance is a season 10 episode. What? Yeah, I'm alright. Why wouldn't I be alright? Why are you? Something going on with my mic? Something. Sorry, it's been like an hour and a half. So I am yeah, it's been an hour and a half. So I'm sorry if I'm not like super like energetic. Oh yeah, I'm fine. And it would be Lord of the Dance is a season 10 episode. Neither plot, it's just a worse version of Lisa's Rival from season 6, which I will get to pretty soon. I mean, I haven't talked about it already. Life on the Fast Lane from season 1 is the better episode. It's a solid little Marge episode where she debates if she loves Homer. It's good. It's a good episode. Saturdays of Thunder from season 3 versus 30 Minutes Over Tokyo from season 10. 30 Minutes Over Tokyo. Huh. 30 Minutes Over Tokyo is the final episode of season 10. And is thus actually technically the newest episode in this whole bracket system. I actually, you know what? I will give season 10 as much flack as I will. I love 30 Minutes Over Tokyo. It is easily one of season 10's finest. It is just them in Japan for 22 minutes, but it's funny, so I don't really care. Saturdays of Thunder is still really good. That one is another just a really good episode, but 30 Minutes Over Tokyo is just a superior episode. I love that one. So many clever, fun jokes. Number 86, Bart the General from season 1 versus Auto Show from season 3. Auto Show is meh. Bart the General is another one of my favorites from season 1. Bart the General better. Number 87, Lisa the Vegetarian from season 7 versus Lisa versus Malibu Stacy from season 5. 2 Lisa episodes. Lisa the Vegetarian is, I think Lisa the Vegetarian is the best example of meh story, peak jokes. There is, I think, we are almost done, yeah. I think people really sleep on Lisa the Vegetarian because the plot isn't that good. It's just Lisa being a vegetarian. But no, it actually has some peak comedic. Like, there's so many good jokes in that episode. I seriously do recommend watching it. Lisa versus Malibu Stacy is all right as well. It deals with feminism and all that stuff. So if you really care about that, then all right. But Lisa the Vegetarian, better episode, and I love it. Definitely winner. Number 88, Last Temptation of Crust from season 9 versus Dog of Death from season 3. Last Temptation of Crust, first of all, it makes me think of Last Temptation of Homer from season 5, which is one of my all-time favorite episodes. So, already shooting yourselves in the foot by reminding me of a much better episode. This is another rare pair where I don't really like either episode too much. They're both kind of forgettable and easily some of the weakest of their seasons. I would rather take a one of the weaker season 3 episodes though over one of the weaker of season 9 any day of the week. Dog of Death is easily the superior episode. Also, the one thing about Last Temptation of Crust though, Krusty did this a really racist bit where he pretended to be Asian. It is so funny. I'm sorry. It sounds so bad. But he points out the giant teeth, and this is the worst Asian accent ever. It's so funny. It's so wrong. It felt so wrong, but it felt so right. Ah. Dog of Death is the better episode overall, though. Huh? Yeah, they did. He did. That's a part of the episode. All right, number 89. Deep Space Homer from season 5 versus season 10's They Saved Lisa's Brain. That's a season 10 episode. Pretty much almost automatically at this point, you know Deep Space Homer is better. Number 90, season 2's Bart versus Thanksgiving versus season 7's Radioactive Man. Again, a real debate here because Radioactive Man is better comedy, whereas Bart versus Thanksgiving has a better emotional story. Which episode is the better one? I feel like watching Simpsons is like being on Zaza. Hold up. Are you saying a drug? And like we? Oh my god. Watching Simpsons is not like that at all. Wow. Damn, that feels more like a Family Guy or like a South Park, but not Simpsons. That's man. Wow. Damn. Yeah, lol. Yeah, lol. Nah, I'm actually just joking. Bart versus Thanksgiving is a better emotional episode. Radioactive Man is a better funny episode. Gotta go for Radioactive Man. I think that one's just funnier. As much as I love the story of Bart versus Thanksgiving, I can't deny that Radioactive Man is just better. Though I do hope we can get more Thanksgiving-themed episodes and movies, because everyone talks about Christmas and Halloween, but no one be bringing up Thanksgiving when it is better than Halloween. That's right, I said it. Thanksgiving is way better than Halloween. I am dying on that hill. I will be the king of that hill. That is just my opinion. So, next up we got Homer Loves Flanders versus Dress of Horror 4. Dress of Horror 4, we have Devil Flanders, the Gremlin on the bus, and Mr. Burns' Dracula. You disagree? Well, guess what? You objectively have the wrong. If you think Halloween is better than Thanksgiving, you're objectively wrong. You're objectively wrong. I don't know what to say. Don't know what to say at this point. It may even be better than Christmas, actually. I love Thanksgiving that much. People really shortchange it. Anyway, but in terms of we're dealing with 2 season 5 episodes. Which one is better? Dress of Horror 4 is one of the best Dress of Horrors, but I also really love Homer Loves Flanders because it's just a fun subversion. I think I'm just barely going to go Dress of Horror 4. I think it's slightly just. I think the segments pack such a punch. It's better than Homer Loves Flanders. All right. I'm with Cupid from season 10 versus Springfield Files from season 8. I'm with Cupid season 10. Therefore, you already know it is better. Thanksgiving is better than Christmas. I don't know. Actually, wait, no. Okay, Christmas is probably better. Thanksgiving is very close. Anyway, I'm with Cupid is a season 10 episode. Springfield Files is just automatically the better episode. I'm not doing this to be mean to season 10. I just genuinely think most of its episodes are just not that anything special. It really is when you start to notice the show just getting worse in quality. If season 10 was kind of like a midpoint, and then season 10 is just where like you start to feel the show really needing to end. 93. Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie versus Homer versus Patty and Selma. Man, Homer versus Patty and Selma is such an underrated episode. So many peak jokes, but everyone always overlooks it. But I can't deny Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie show is obviously the better episode. That's such a peak episode. Having Homer voice this new character called Poochie, who is such a 90s relic that it makes me laugh in 90s. Homer versus Patty and Selma is still a great one, though. And I seriously do think people should talk about it more. That's why it stinks that. Why couldn't this be put up against like a freaking? Why couldn't this be next to the kidney episode? That way it could have automatically won. Number 94. Homer's Phobia from Season 8 versus Itchy and Scratchy Movie from Season 4. Okay, so Homer's Phobia is, you could tell it's 90s. This episode is about a gay man named John staying at the Simpsons house. And a Homer, he's homophobic. I do really hate the kidney episode. Thank you for briefly distracting me. But Homer's Phobia has Homer being homophobic, not wanting anyone around him to be gay, not wanting John around because he's gay. Homer doing everything in his power to stop Bart from being gay. Understand the context. Two things. One, Homer is written to be the bad guy of the story. He is obviously in the wrong. The episode acknowledges he's obviously in the wrong. They support gay rights. They just have Homer be this way to show how bad homophobics are and how they are really dumb because Homer's dumb. And second of all, this was again the 90s. People weren't as accepting of this kind of stuff. Can we acknowledge that? Is it good now? Is it bad to admit I actually like it more than Itchy and Scratchy Movie? They're both really good, but I think Homer's Phobia is just a funnier. And I think it has a more powerful message with Homer eventually in the end accepting gay rights. So, yeah, see, it's not that bad. At number 95, we have Season 1's Call of the Simpsons versus Season 9's This Little Wiggy. Little Wiggy is probably the better one. I like Ralph, and this is a solid episode for him. Call of the Simpsons always kind of just felt like a series of vignettes more than like an actual real episode, but that's not horrible. Number 96, No Disgrace Like Home from Season 1 versus Season 2's Dancing Homer. Probably No Disgrace Like Home is the better one. Neither one or anything spectacular, and are both in the very early seasons of the show, but Dancing Homer is just kind of meh. A solid, a fine, but not anything spectacular story. No Disgrace Like Home is probably the superior episode. And that is the fourth page finished. We are going to be entering the fifth and final page. Yeah, I feel older page. Yeah. This would be look cool. This would look cool, you guys. God. Oh, now some of the pages are ripped apart now. Well, this is such bad paper. Oh my god. Okay, but yeah. Here's the list for this one. Are y'all ready? We're almost 2 hours in, but we're finally ending this. Number 1, I'm going to try to speed run through this final page since at this point I'm getting really tired. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on, I gotta do something real quick. Sorry, everyone watching this video. Let me know in the comment section before I enter this final one. Please tell me in the comment section, what do you think is the best episode? What do you think? What do you want? Is season 10 actually not that bad? Like real? Okay, sorry, I had to do something. Anyway, Final run. All right, let's go. Let's make this quick. Moaning Lisa from season 1 versus Lisa the Iconoclast, season 7. Lisa the Iconoclast is about a town founder being bad. It was an interesting episode. Moaning Lisa was just kind of in meh. Season 1 of season 1's weaker. Number 98. Much Ado About Nothing from season 7 versus Homer at the Bat from season 3. Homer at the Bat is one of my all-time favorites. Much Ado About Nothing. I liked the beginning with the bear tax stuff, but Homer at the Bat is obviously superior in my eyes. Number 99. Homer versus Lisa in the Eighth Commandment from season 2 versus War of the Simpsons, also from season 2. War of the Simpsons is a meh marriage crisis that is just kind of there. Homer versus Lisa is the superior episode, one of my favorites from season 2 overall. Number 100. Yeah, doggy. We have Oh Brother, We're Out There from season 2 versus Lisa the Skeptic from season 9. Lisa the Skeptic is a religious episode. I don't care about religious stuff that much. Oh Brother, We're Out There is the first of Herb, Homer's half-brother episodes. Therefore, I think it's better. Obvious winner in my eyes. Number 101, Bart the Mother from season 10. On the page, I wrote Bart the Mom because it's funny. But versus Bart Sells His Soul from season 7. You could tell I was nearing the end of this. I was getting really tired. Bart Sells His Soul. Love that one. Peak episode. Bart the Mother is one of my favorite season 10 episodes, which makes it sad that it can't go any further. But then again, maybe that's just the season 10 way, you know? Number 102. Das Bus from season 9 versus Treehouse of Horror 8, also from season 9. Treehouse of Horror 8 had Bart Fly, which was probably my favorite of the three. We had Homer, Last Guy on Earth, that was good, and Witch Marge. Good Treehouse of Horror, but Das Bus I think is just a funnier episode of the kids being stranded. It's a Lord of the Flies parody. Never read the book or seen. Not even sure if there's a movie about it, but yeah. Number 103, Like Father, Like Clown from season 3 versus Lisa's Substitute from season 2. Lisa's Sub is such a powerful and moving episode. Definitely beats out the Krusty episode, which is fine, but nothing special. Number 104, Homer the Smithers from season 7 versus Dead Pudding Society from season 2. Once again, Dead Pudding Society is just a fun Homer Flanders episode. Homer the Smithers is fine. Homer pretty much taking Smithers' role and helping Mr. Burns is okay, but not a personal favorite. Dead Pudding Society is the better episode in my opinion. And number 105, the original Treehouse of Horror from season 2 versus Bart's Friend Falls in Love from season 3. Bart's Friend Falls in Love is an okay, but nothing spectacular episode. For an episode about Bart's dweeby loser friend being in love, it actually has some surprisingly funny moments. But the OG Treehouse of Horror is both way more iconic and just, in my opinion, just an episode I'd rather be watching. Better episode. Number 106, Marge versus the Monorail from season 4 versus Lisa's Rival from season 6. Controversial opinion alert. Marge versus the Monorail is a good episode, a really good episode, but not one of the all-time best. A lot of people talk about this thing like it's one of the greatest episodes God ever gave us. It is not. It is pretty good, but not one of the best. Lisa's Rival is easily superior in my opinion. Seeing Lisa deal with someone who's even smarter than her is good, and Homer Sugar Bee plot is also really funny. Number 107, A Principal and the Pauper from season 9 versus Simpsons, a spin-off showcase from season 8. Principal and the Pauper is the one where they totally kill, is the one where Skinner is actually not himself, but is an imposter. Damn. That being said, people hate on this episode, but it's not that bad. It's just pretty meh. Simpsons spin-off showcase, on the other hand, from season 8. That one is also just kind of meh. Seeing different spin-offs of the show. Well, they aren't obviously real spin-offs, but just more jokes about what they could be like. Simpsons spin-off showcase is not anything amazing, but I like it more than Principal of the Pauper. But Principal and the Pauper is not that bad of an episode. Stop overhating it, guys. It did not kill the show. Better than majority of season 10, as a matter of fact. Number 108, A Fish Called Selma and Bart the Fink, both from season 7. Both are all right. Fish Called Selma is better. I like that one. Troy McClure is a solid, if overrated, character. Bart the Fink didn't have much going on. Number 109, The Secret War of Lisa Simpson, not Thor, versus Treehouse of Horror 9 from season 10. Treehouse of Horror 9 had Homer getting hair, but the hair making him evil. Bart and Lisa going inside a teaching scratchy cartoon. And it also had Maggie actually being an alien baby. Really good Treehouse of Horror. I'll give season 10 that. Secret War of Lisa Simpson for the finale of season 8, which is my favorite season. It did not impress. It's fine, but Treehouse of Horror easily wins. Number 110, Homer Badman from season 6 versus Milhouse Divided from season 8. Milhouse Divided is easily superior. Homer Badman is a funny episode about cancel culture. Probably more relevant now than it was back in the 90s. But Milhouse Divided is easily the funnier and more enjoyable episode. Number 111, Viva Lynette Flanders from season 10 versus Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 2 from season 7. I know I dissed Part 1 of Who Shot Mr. Burns, but Part 2 is actually good. I actually enjoy Part 2. It was a fun mystery seeing who could have done it. Viva Ned Flanders is just a season 10 episode. You already know my opinion on season 10 episodes. Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 2 is the winner. Funny because it beats out because Part 1 didn't make it, Part 2 did. Number 112, Mom and Pop Art from season 10 versus Realty Bites from season 9. Another one where both episodes aren't anything special, but I'd probably say Mom and Pop Art is the better episode for 2 reasons. The Le Grill, what the hell is that? From Homer, and also has Everything's Coming Up Milhouse. Those 2 things alone make it the superior episode. And finally, at the very end, You Only Move Twice from season 8 versus Lisa the Greek from season 3. Final bracket of round 1. And it is a very obvious W for You Only Move Twice. You Only Move Twice is the final winner. I love that episode. Hank Scorpio is one of my all-time favorite characters, one-off or not. Lisa the Greek is a perfectly acceptable Homer and Lisa like a father-daughter story. That is all 113. I could list off the... You know what? For a quick thing, I'm going to go list off all the winners. All of these episodes will be making it to round 2. I will randomize them again. I'll do this tomorrow, by the way. This will be... I know in the post it said weekly, but I decided to change it to daily. So next to tomorrow, I'll be doing round 2. And I'll make a post about explaining this a bit further, but yeah. So for the episodes I'll make it into round 2, we have season 9's Bart Star. Season 4 is A Streetcar Named Marge. Season 5's Rosebud. Season 8's Homer versus the 18th Amendment. Season 3's Mr. Lisa Goes to Washington. Season 4's Marge Gets a Job. Season 6's Lisa on Ice. Season 5's Springfield. Season 4's Last Exit Springfield. Season 8's Hurricane Nettie. Season 6's Springfield Connection. Season 6's Homer the Great. Season 7's Home Sweet Home Diddly Dum Doodly. Season 10's Homer to the Max. Season 8's In Marge We Trust. Season 7's Team Homer. Season 6's Bart's Comet. Season 3 is The Separate Vocations. Season 10 is The Wild Barts Can't Be Broken. Season 3 is Lisa's Pony. Season 5 is Boy Who Knew Too Much. Season 7 is the 138th episode Spectacular. Season 1's Telltale Head. Season 2's Way We Was. Season 4 is The Front. Season 6 is A Star Is Burns. Season 2 is One Fish, Two Fish, Blowfish. Season 10 is Lisa Gets an A. Season 4 is Camp Krusty. Season 6 is Fear of Flying. Season 4 is Lisa's First Word. Season 8 is The Mysterious Voyage of Our Homer. Season 5 is Homer Goes to College. Season 6 is Lemon of Troy. Season 3 is Bart the Lover. Season 4 is Homer's Triple Bypass. Season 5 is Cape Fear. Season 6 is Grandpa vs. Sexual Inadequacy. Season 3 is Flaming Moe's. Season 4 is Krusty Gets Cancelled. Season 3 is Bart the Murderer. Season 8 is Grade School Confidential. Season 4 is I Love Lisa. Season 7 is 22 short films about Springfield. Season 6 is Maggie Makes 3. Season 2 is Simpson and Delilah. Season 7 is Mother Simpson. Season 5 is Last Temptation of Homer. Season 4 is Stress of Horror 3. The Homer They Fall from Season 8. Bart Gets an F from Season 2. Itchy and Scratchy Land from Season 6. Krusty Gets Busted from Season 1. Homer's Enemy from Season 8. 2001 Greyhounds from Season 6. Stress of Horror 5 from Season 6. Simpson Tide from Season 9. Principal Charming from Season 2. Boy Scouts and the Hood from Season 5. Lisa the Beauty Queen from Season 4. Bart the Daredevil from Season 2. Bart the Genius from Season 1. Double Indemnity from Season 9. Itchy and Scratchy and Marge from Season 2. Lisa Sachs from Season 4. Homer Defined from Season 3. Burns Baby Burns from Season 8. Two Bad Neighbors from Season 7. Duffless from Season 4. Blood Feud from Season 2. Day the Violent Side from Season 7. Homie the Clown from Season 6. Marge and Chains from Season 4. Bart's Girlfriend from Season 6. The Sherry Boppins episode from Season 8. PTA Disbands from Season 6. Dress of Horror 6 from Season 7. 3 Men in a Comic Book from Season 2. Marge on the Lam from Season 5. Brush with Greatness from Season 2. Homer the Vigilante from Season 5. Bart Gets an Elephant from Season 5. Mountain of Madness from Season 8. Life on the Fast Lane from Season 1. 30 Minutes Over Tokyo from Season 10. Bart the General from Season 1. Liz the Vegetarian from Season 7. Dog of Death from Season 3. Deep Space Homer from Season 5. Radioactive Man from Season 7. Dress of Horror 4 from Season 5. Springfield Files from Season 8. Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie from Season 8. Homer's Phobia from Season 8. This Little Wiggy from Season 9. No Disgrace Like Home from Season 1. Lisa the Iconoclast from Season 7. Homer at the Bat from Season 3. Homer versus Lisa and the Eighth Commandment from Season 2. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou from Season 2. Bart Sells His Soul from Season 7. Das Bus from Season 9. Lisa Substitute was the winner of that round for Season 2. Dead Pudding Society from Season 2. Treehouse of Horror from Season 2. Lisa's Rival from Season 6. Simpsons Spin-Off Showcase from Season 8. A Fish Called Selma from Season 7. Dress of Horror 9 from Season 10. A Millhouse Divided from Season 8. Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 2 from Season 7. Mom and Pop Art from Season 10. And You Only Move Twice, Season 8. Why did I spend the past 2 hours of my life ranking these episodes? Because I do truly love The Simpsons. I know a lot of it, like ranking it, made it look worse. But there's truly some incredible episodes. A lot of episodes that I truly did love couldn't make it past round 1. And even a few episodes I thought were just kind of meh were put against episodes I thought were even worse. So therefore, they were kind of forced into the next round. I am definitely excited to see what round 2 has to offer and what episode picks will be chosen. Thank you for watching the stream. So yeah, that's... So yeah. Thank you to everyone who watched the stream. with that, I am going to go now because for me it is 12. I have not eaten today. I am starving. Not starving for. So I'm going to go now. Bye. Oh, now it's officially 2 hours. It's officially been 2 hours now. Wait. Okay. The second, I'm at the very end, and now there's a second person in the live. Sorry, whoever else. Okay, never mind. Bye.